RSN team. I'm Carol Talbert, RSN Field Operations Support Team Manager. Welcome back to the Parts Closer to the Customer podcast series, where we examine multiple operational initiatives that are in progress, and we review the long-term impact and metrics that will help us achieve success as a support organization. Today, we introduce our fourth episode focused on the new field service solution. To help us dive a bit deeper, we welcome the North America project lead, Michael Santamaria.
Thank you for having me, Carol.
Thank you for joining me, Michael. So let's set the clock to ensure we're focused and jump right in. I've got a lot of questions for you. Starting off, first question, what is NFSS, the new field service solution, and what's your connection?
So NFSS is replacing the field-facing user interface to Rexis. This is Clockport, as well as all of the Rexis objects that are managed by GMS on the Salesforce platform. They'll be replaced by ServiceMax and the ServiceMax Go mobile application. For this project, I represent North America as the process and design lead.
So Canada and US combined then.
That's true.
Truly North America. Does this only impact the field, or are other groups impacted with the NFSS? And who's been engaged so far in this project?
Well, the field, back office, and dispatching are the most impacted because the tool they interact with is changing. But there'll be some impact to all the groups that handle or work with service data. This includes contracts, reporting, spare parts, calibrated tools, and even RSS. We had a workshop last October with volunteers from the field that covered field processes and pain points. The information gathered helped us develop user journeys that are being used to shape the processes within the new tool. We had over 50 field resources volunteered to be a part of the workshop. But to manage the workshop at a smaller number, we had to select around 23 to actually attend. Those 23 are the NFSS SME field ambassadors, and they left the workshop with the action item to share the message with their region. We also have two other important work streams happening in parallel to NFSS. They are in charge of the decoupling and interfaces.
Michael, I was part of that North America workshop last October, and that was really an awesome experience to have those 23 volunteers in the room. And Tammy Kafka joined us as well as a major stakeholder for this new field service solution. A lot of energy, a lot of ideas. So that was really exciting. Congrats to you on a really, really engaging workshop.
Thank you. I think the biggest takeaway was how inspired everyone was afterwards. I think they can all see what the future looks like, and it's really bright.
It is. And compliments to you. I wasn't in person when you did the same in Canada. I joined via the phone, but had the same feedback from all the participants and everybody engaged in the process in Canada as well. So nice job. Tell us then, why was ServiceMax chosen? What was the process around selecting the vendor for the new field service solution? And who was involved in this decision and selection process?
Well, we chose ServiceMax because they're a consistent leader in their space. They also have a mobile-first solution designed for the iPhone or even a tablet. The process started way back in January of 2018. We did some process mapping activities to determine the major pain points and where we should really put our focus. We also went through a request for information process with about 5 different vendors, and based on their initial presentations, we accepted 2 of them, along with our current vendor, GMS, into a request for proposal process, or RFP. Ultimately, ServiceMax had the best presentation, the best solution, and the experience to provide some consultation. And the project officially kicked off last September.
Okay. So what's the timing then of the overall NFSS project?
So we're currently in the development phase, and we're hoping to have pilot countries live sometime in Q2 of next year, with waves of rollouts to follow.
How does this project tie into our overall strategy then of parts closer to the customer? That's our podcast series, right? And why are we changing?
I think overall it's better visibility for where parts are, what we have in our trunk stocks, and meaningful notifications when an action is required. But data is only one half of the equation. It's not just the tool, it's how we use the tool that will make an impact. We want to create a better system of how we as an organization handle spare parts. This includes mindful ordering. So you can think of it as parts requests that will be tied directly to a work order. So when you're closing a work order, you have a better consume and return process.
What's a work order there? Let me stop you. What's a work order?
Oh, good question. So a work order would be what today's service activity is. We will have information around how our vocabulary will change based on what ServiceMax's system is.
Okay, thank you.
What we're really looking to do is assist the user to easily identify approved versus excess parts, or even find parts they need for a particular instrument line. All of this will ultimately lead to better data, which will have a direct impact on parts visibility and availability. The best part is that all of this can be done right from your iPhone. You can imagine a future where parts can be recommended for common fixes, or even ordered automatically for maintenance or modification. This is just an example of where we can go in the future.
I look forward to that kind of future. That would be incredible. What's next? How do we keep updated on this project then, as an RSN organization?
Well, I'll just put a shameful plug in here for the project website, and it would be go.roche.com/Rexus-NFSS. I know it's a mouthful.
So try it again.
It would be go.roche.com/Rexus-NFSS.
Got it.
The information on the project will be frequently updated there. And additionally, playbacks will be posted on the site, and there'll be an opportunity to provide direct feedback to the project team. We hope to have these playbacks updated every 3 to 4 weeks as new functionality is being developed. Anyone who's interested will have an opportunity to see what's coming and provide feedback. And Carol, maybe one day, later this year, we can do another podcast to have a more high-level update.
You're on. You're quite welcome. Let's do it. Michael, thank you again for taking this time today. This certainly helps us to understand the journey we have ahead of us with the new field service solution and feeds our excitement for the opportunity to start using this new tool.
Well, the pleasure was all mine. Thank you for having me.
As stated previously, our goal in this podcast series is to provide you with digestible updates on our Parts Closer to the Customer initiative. Stay tuned for our next episode, where we'll review the topic of inventory in a bit more detail from a financial perspective. The new field service solution is going to enable the right parts at the right place at the right time. Thank you, Mike.
Thank you.